I think it's something that's common to the entire country, but it's an obvious focal point for us to look at is the capital. And if you fix things in the capital, then it's reasonable to assume that you can roll that out countrywide. So it is a good idea to focus on London. I think what I was referring to with HGVs, in fact I know what I was referring to, it wasn't a ban, it was management of traffic. So banning them at specific times of day. I mean, 64% of the deaths that we see each year on the roads involve HGVs, and yet they make up just 5% of the traffic, certainly in the capital. So it's an obvious statistic, and as you mentioned, in other cities around Europe, over 60% of them, they're starting to change the way that they manage heavy goods vehicles. In Paris, for example, there's no articulated lorries allowed in the centre of Paris at all. They had 0 deaths last year. Cycling is still incredibly safe. 800 times around the planet, that's the amount of kilometres travelled per cycling death in the UK. So it is still an incredibly safe thing to do, and you're still something like 80 to 1. There's the ratio of you're better off cycling than not cycling. But we are going to get issues when the road space, or the use of that road space is changing. People starting to use more bikes than cars. And I do want to make that point as well. They're not tribes or a species. They're modes of transport, and we use different ones. So when people use more bikes, we're having these issues. But that actually says it's a good thing. It's actually, we're getting some friction because things are changing. And culture change is always two things. It's slow and it's painful.